from Boerne ISD Stadium at the edge of the Texas Hill Country. It's Friday night Texas high school football. Tonight, the Boerne Greyhounds host the Eagles from Salado. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Paul Alexander. My partner and buddy is Terry Barboza. Now, Terry, this is a non-district game, but Boerne and Salado are the favorites in their respective districts, so we ought to have a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, two very good teams. I know Salado's record is only 2-2, but they a double overtime loss away from being 3-1, and so they beat up a team that Boerne's going to play later in Fredericksburg, and they're different region. Some say Region 3 is better than Region 4. Wherever you fall on that, that's fine. But Region 3 is usually pretty good football, so they play pretty good football out there. So I'm expecting a pretty good game tonight.
Boerne is 4-0, having polished off Flower Bluff, Pleasanton, Antonian Prep, and then last week Gregory Portland by a score of 52-27. Now the Greyhounds were up 28-7, and Kerry, they just really dominated that game, and they dominated the Coastal Bend, having beaten Flower Bluff and GP.
Yeah, and that was a 52. They were on the road. The thing I think they were kind of wondering, because the first three had been at home, remember, because they had a fluke in the Antonian thing, and so they played here, and they had 3 home games in a row. Well, how would they do on the road? Well, they passed their first road test with flying colors. They went out, didn't bother them. They played well and actually had the most points they've scored in a game this season while on the road. So they did well. They always like to play at home, but they show they can go out on the road and put up big numbers and win as well.
As we see the captains meet at midfield, this is the final non-district game of the season for Boerne. The Greyhounds have an open date next week before opening district play in District 14 4A Division I at home against Uvalde on October 7th. That will be a big game. Salado represents District 11 4A Division II. The Eagles will wrap up non-district play a week from tomorrow at Hitchcock. It is homecoming here at Boerne High School. And Kerry, this is amazing. Sometimes people say the football season lasts too long. I beg to differ. Can you realize tonight is the midway point of the regular season?
Yeah, and I was talking to one of the coaches about that, and he's like, where has the time gone? He said it's been a blink of an eye since we were practicing and waiting for the season opener, and now we're halfway through the regular season at the end of this weekend. So, yeah, time flies, and these players want to definitely extend their season beyond the 10 games and get to that playoffs and make a deep run. They can go up to, several more games after that. So that's what they're hoping for.
As you saw, Salado won the toss, and they said, to heck with this stuff about deferring. We want the football. So we're just about ready to get this thing going between two very talented teams. So Boerne will kick off to start the football game, and Joe Ballinger handles the kicking duties for the Greyhounds. And the Eagles have some speedsters that they use as running backs, receivers, and kick returners. Among them, number 5, Case Majan, number 3, Drew Bird, and number 2, Seth Rivas. They've all really got some wheels.
To kick it off for the Greyhounds, number 29, Joe Ballinger. Let's play some football.
All right, once again, glad you're with us on what is a warm evening. It was a very hot day, as all of you know, so conditioning and hydration may play a factor at some point in this game. Boerne at 4-0, Salado 2-2, and they've lost 2 in a row. So you know that they are eager to reverse that. We're awaiting the whistle from referee Gerald Green. Ballinger advances on the football, and with that, we are playing the great game. This will be returned from the 3-yard line. Return coming on the near side. Really good coverage by the Boerne kickoff coverage team as they'll hold that to about the 20-yard line.
Max Migliozzi along with Javier Martinez on the stop for the Greyhounds.
It was Chad Strickland on the return.
First down, Eagles, their own 20-yard line.
All right, so we'll get a look at a Salado offense that is averaging 33 points a game and racking up 363 yards per game. They've taken pretty good care of the football. They've only lost 2 fumbles and have only thrown 2 interceptions. That's Luke Law, the junior quarterback. Hands it off. Actually, he's going to keep it. Pulls it back out. Breaks 2 tackles. Keeps moving. and it's going to wind up with about an 8-yard gain. And Kerry, we saw some pretty good ball handling right there. That zone read option, he left it in there, rode the running back, and then pulled it out, and really ran the play to great effect.
Yeah, he's a big kid. He's about 6'6", so he's as tall as his lineman. And I was told he wasn't all that mobile. He looked pretty mobile there.
And strong. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. This time it's the zone give. And they'll hand it off to Case Majin, their junior running back, who's averaging 4.5 yards a carry.
Tackle made by number 42,
Got minimal yardage there. Matter of fact, he lost a few inches. So this is going to set up a 3rd and short situation as we are just underway here at Boerne ISD Stadium. Play clock at 21. Got a tight end and a flanker to the near side from the gun. Quarterback lead all the way. He's going to lean forward. Is the ball on the ground? It is. I think Salado recovered. We're still awaiting an official signal, but at any rate, he's short of the 1st down. Yeah, so it's 4th down as they did get back on the football.
So it looked like he was going to stretch forward with that 6'6" frame and get the 1st down, but the ball pops out, and they're lucky to stay on it. It looks like they want to go for it here. At least they're showing that right now.
This is just interesting to me. Yeah, they showed it for a while and thought, let's see, man, we got the ball at our 29-yard line, and that's almost a full yard, so they are going to punt the ball away.
And it's early in the game, but if they do indeed punt, great opening defensive stand by the Greyhounds. There's a flag that comes out. Play clock got down to 0, so now they're definitely going to punt.
Yeah, they probably won't sweat that too much. But that is Zach Hughes, the punter, on for Salado.
Well, they thought about it a while, and I think that just trying to decide, I think cost them some seconds that they wouldn't normally have.
It cost them 5 yards for sure.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that Greyhound punt returner Braden Bays is really dangerous. And the Greyhounds, barring some kind of mishandling of the ball, should wind up with great field position for their first possession of the night. Just barely got that one away, almost blocked. Bays takes it on the far side, and he's going to be stopped right at midfield. Boy, and the Greyhounds came within an eyelash of blocking that one. Love to see it again.
Houston Hendricks got in there. He's blocked one. He blocked one on earlier, I think last week. He blocked last week at Gregory Portland. I don't know how he didn't get that one.
With the naked eye, I was just assuming the punt was going to be blocked.
Yeah, and he definitely had the right angle, but I think the punter just kind of kicked it underneath him.
At the 50-yard line.
Nose of the ball right at midfield.
Number 9, Jackson Bays.
It's a Greyhound offense that is averaging over 43 points a game and total offense right at 400 per contest. 3-man defensive front for the Eagles. On 1st down, the give right up the middle. Now the Eagles think the ball's on the ground, and they think that they've recovered it. And we don't see anything to refute that right now, as the officials are huddling at midfield.
Hicks was the ball carrier, I believe, and they haven't signaled anything, saying his knee was down.
Okay.
So
runner's knee was down.
And you're correct. That was sophomore running back Adam Hicks for the Greyhounds.
2nd down, 7.
So it was not a fumble.
It was not a fumble, and winds up being at least a decent 1st down play with a gain of 3. So it's 2nd and 7, clock running with just under 10 minutes to play here in quarter number 1. Eagles again with that 3-man defensive front. Wide receiver screen coming to the near side. And that is complete to Hudson Hendricks. And we're really seeing that quick delivery by that sophomore quarterback, Jackson Bays. Kerry, it's been really interesting to watch him develop. He made his first start this year against Flower Bluff, threw an early pick 6, didn't bother him at all, and led the Hounds back to victory. And this is Adam Hicks on the carry again. It's going to get down to about the Eagle 42-yard line.
Nolan Miller along with Noah Ryan.
All right, now they got a 4th down, but they have some field position here, Kerry. So what do you think?
I think they go for it. They're on the Salado side of the field, so I think you kind of bring in your jumbo package here, maybe.
Yeah, led by Hudson Hendricks, number 22. He checks into the ball game.
Oh.
Movement before the snap, and we do have flags here.
Well, they got him.
Yep, got him in the neutral zone, and if that's the way it's marched off, that will clear for a first down.
They're saying it might be on Boerne. They're saying it's on Boerne.
Yeah, they're saying that the Eagle defense actually reacted to movement by the Greyhound offensive line.
Yeah, so now you might have to punt now. Just like Salado for sure had to punt after that penalty. I think the Greyhounds going to punt here at 4th and 7.
Number 14, Houston Hendricks to punt it away.
So both teams,
Drew Bird,
3 and out.
for the Eagles.
3 and a punt both times.
Snap is a good one, and the punt is away. It's going to be fielded, and the returner takes the knee at about the 14-yard line, and we'll get the second offensive possession for the Salado Eagles. So, Kerry, the Greyhounds did not take advantage of that initial great field position as they started that drive right at midfield.
Yeah, right at midfield, and they did have that what was almost a fumble. Knee was down, but just not able to get anything going offensively there.
All right, from the 14. The quarterback, Luke Law, rolls to his left, throws on a hook route, and he's got a very, very efficient completion for a gain of almost 9. That's Morgan Adams on the reception for the Eagles.
Well, we've been here before. Salado got 9 on their first play on their last drive. This time they get 9 on their first play. Although last time they didn't get a first down, just needing 1 yard.
Zone read give, and the ball carrier is hit behind the line of scrimmage. That was Seth Rivas on the carry for Salado.
See the replay.
Number 22,
Hudson Hendricks in there making the stop, keeping them from getting the first down, holding them to no gain. Hudson's one of those guys. He'll play defense, but we'll also see they'll use him on offense as well. Houston is another guy. There's a few of those guys that they play on both sides of the ball. Iron Man football.
Eagles with a 3rd and 1. They were in this situation a moment ago and failed to convert. We have movement and a flag. Almost an interception, but what that was a free play because Boerne appeared to be offside.
It's going to be on Boerne, so it's going to be the first down of the game.
Penalty gives the Eagles a first down.
So that'll move the ball out to the 28-yard line. Greyhounds in a 4-man defensive front. Here's the quarterback. Law has time, throws deep right side, and overthrows his intended receiver, Seth Rivas. Seth Rivas, who go into this game averaging 137 receiving yards per contest. He's already caught 21 balls for 551 yards and 7 touchdowns. That one's incomplete, so it's 2nd down.
And he just went on a straight fly pattern, just straight down the field, and quarterback saw pretty good arm strength there, just kind of overshot his receiver.
2nd and 10. Play fake. Heat coming off the edge. It's a screen pass and a wonderful defensive play made. Oh, man, what a hit by Hudson Hendricks. And he diagnosed that all the way.
Yeah, it was a screen play, and they let them get by, but then Hudson reads it well, and then if he doesn't make that stop, that's going to be a pretty good gainer for the Eagles, but really it was just Hudson there that it was his responsibility to keep it as a short gain, and he did.
And, of course, the blitz was coming from that side, so he had a lot of pressure on him.
Yep.
3rd and 10. 3 receivers to the near side. The throw is over the middle. It's incomplete and was almost intercepted by Houston Hendricks.
Broken up by number 14, Houston Hendricks.
Well, see Hudson come on the blitz there, forces him to throw it, and then, when you get pressure, you have to get rid of it. So Law not really able to set his feet, wait for an open receiver, kind of had to force that. Uh-oh.
Oh, look at this. Ball rolling around, and this is going to result in great field position for the Greyhounds. Is getting all over that was Houston Hendricks.
was trying to block it, and the punter just had trouble with the handle. Then Houston just picked it up, tried to run it in. Either way, no matter who fell on it, it was going to be Boerne's ball.
Well, what an opportunity for the Greyhounds, who really need to cash this in, because this whole game has been played at the Salado end of the field. Line of scrimmage is the 13.
Well, this is a golden opportunity here.
Bays, the quarterback, gives it off to Hudson Hendricks.
Bodie Brown on the carry.
Gain of about 1.
Stop made by number 3, Drew Bird. No gain, second down, 10.
That was Bodie Brown.
It was, in fact, Bodie Brown, a senior running back. 21 and not 22. Second and almost a full 10 as we reach the halfway point here in quarter number 1. Bays looks far side, throws it, has a completion, and the receiver is twisting forward trying to get the first. He'll be short by a couple of yards. Is that Javier Benavides on the catch?
Might be Dement. Let's see on the replay here. 18 has Dement.
That is Dement, who has 3 touchdown receptions on the season.
Yeah, they hit the very first one of the year.
On the second play of that game, as I recall. Jackson Bays, the sophomore quarterback, trying to get the Greyhounds on the board first. Play fake, comes to the near side, puts his foot in the ground, gets inside the 5-yard line, down around the 4, and he's going to be close to first down yardage.
Stop made by number 33, Adam Benavides.
There's a stop. They stopped the game, or the clock. I'm not sure. I don't see a flag.
Well, now they wind the clock, so it's rolling again with 5:07 remaining.
So 4th and 1, so looks like they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, you've dominated field position. This is clearly the right percentage call. Bays from the gun gives it off, but the ball carrier is hit behind the line of scrimmage. And I mean, really smacked. They gave it off to Bodie Brown, and he didn't even get back to the LOS. And this has got to make the Greyhounds a little bit queasy here, Kerry, because they've dominated play and they have 0 points to show for it.
Yeah, just a great defensive stand there by the Eagles. Just got behind the line of scrimmage and dropped them for a loss. So it's turned into a defensive struggle early on, even though, like you said, the Greyhounds have had pretty good field position. No points to show for it.
I don't think there's been a snap at the Boerne end of the field. Quarterback keep off that zone read on first down. And the quarterback Law gets out close to the 10-yard line.
Hudson Hendricks and Will French on the stop for the Hounds. Gain of 2, second down, 8.
Gain of 2 that time.
So the Eagles bleeding the play clock a little bit. Law looks, throws, hook route, kind of over right tackle, and the connection was not made with the junior running back, Case Majan.
You can see Law has time. He's got an open man. It wouldn't have been a first down, but it would have moved it down marker up a little bit. Now you're facing 3rd and long here.
3rd and 8 from about the 9-yard line. And actually not quite the 9. Big opportunity here for the Boerne defense. You know they're thinking turnover. Screen coming far side. 3 and 4. Purple jerseys converge. They bring the ball carrier down well short of the first down. So it's a quick 3 and out there. And Boerne once again is going to get the football back.
Yeah, Will French. You see Hudson gets in there, and then Will French comes in, finishes him off, and stops him short. So there has only been 1 first down, and that was on a penalty.
On a penalty, sure was.
So if you love defense, this is the game for you so far.
Watch this creep forward by the punt returner, Braden Bays. It's like every time he's a little deeper in Salado territory. Trying to return this one to the far side, and he's going to get down pretty close to the 30-yard line before that coverage team converges for the Eagles.
Miller and Dusty Riddlehoover on the stop for the Eagles.
So we've had a punt, a fumble, a loss on down, and a punt. Kind of feels like a boxing match where the two fighters are in there early in the rounds, just kind of trying to feel each other out. And
they are, but you get the feeling that one puncher is wearing the other side down maybe a little more, at least to date. And now, Kerry, with this kind of field position, it'll be interesting to me to see what the first down call is. They may get very aggressive on this call.
Yeah, it's a good test for the Greyhounds.
Bays wants to throw, has time, flushes to the near side. He's going to keep it inside the 30 and knocked out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So certainly a worthwhile gain on first down for the Greyhounds.
And they were trying to throw deep, like you said, Paul, be aggressive. Nothing there, and Bays just decides to tuck and run, and about 6 or 7 on that one.
7 officially. Line of scrimmage to the 24. Throw, hook route, far side. That ball was on target, and that's a nice catch as well by T.J. DeMint. But you talk about an on-time, accurate throw. I mean, Bays just blazed that one.
Yep, and almost intercepted. The defender went for the interception and not able to come up with it.
First down, running play, and that's Adam Hicks.
Adam Hicks on the carry. Dusty Riddlehoover and Adam Benavides on the stop for the Eagles.
Takes it down to the 11-yard line.
So the Eagles
second and about 8 from there. Sorry.
Eagles are making the Greyhounds earn this. A couple games, it's been kind of easy for Boerne to score, and so far tonight that has not been the case.
Jackson Bays, the quarterback, now in the pistol formation. Here's the snap. Bays under pressure, wide receiver screen far side. This is going to be a walk-in. Perfectly executed. Caleb Cloutier on the reception, and all credit to the play call. They had that wide receiver screen set up. It's only effective when you have willing blockers on the part of wide receivers, and they cleaned up everything.
Well executed, like you said. Cloutier gets in there. As soon as he caught it, there was nobody around. He could have walked in.
Here's the PAT attempt by Ballinger. Down cleanly, on its way. It's good. And with that, 2:22 remaining in quarter number 1. And finally somebody scores as the Greyhounds take a 7-0 lead. Back in just a moment on the Greyhound Broadcasting Network.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Tommy Price, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why.
Joe Ballinger.
Back live in Boerne, here's scoring drive information from Kerry.
4 plays, 31 yards, a minute 5, and Greyhounds take advantage of a short field after that punt return that set them up in deep in Salado territory.
Ballinger, who just added the extra point, is set to kick it off. High end over end kick, hits in the end zone, and will be an automatic touchback. Well, this Eagle offense really has not been outside the shadow of their own goalpost so far.
Yeah, as far as field position, Greyhounds definitely winning that battle. They've started at the 20, the 14, the 6, and now the 25. So this is their best starting field position of the game. It's early, but this is their 4th possession, and starting at 25 is your best. So it's been a tough game as far as field position.
Once again, that standard 4-man defensive front for the Greyhounds. And the quarterback, Law, was trying to set the screen to the far side. Wasn't there, so he pulled it down. But if he got back to the line of scrimmage, he just barely got back to the LOS.
Yeah, he was really, I think, almost through that. He had to hold it up and saw it wasn't there. Tried to run, like you said, just nowhere for him to go.
No gain on the play. Law has time this time, but almost throws a pick. And watch as the Greyhounds are playing this kind of robber coverage where they're trying to get somebody inside and underneath the route.
It's third down.
Real French almost having a pick right there.
Will French, who's having a heck of a year, averaging almost 10 tackles per game. So the Eagles go absolutely nowhere with the first 2 snaps on this possession. We'll see what they do now on third and a full 10. Law has backside pressure coming, trying to pull the trigger, finally throws it, and it's incomplete. And just another outstanding job by the Greyhound defense as they produce another 3 and out, and once again they're going to have outstanding field position.
Well, watch Jeffrey Brown coming from that backside there, and then Hudson comes up as well, and the quarterback does not have a man open, Law, but he has to just get rid of it because if not, he's going to take a sack.
Punt returner Braden Bays standing back at his 46-yard line this time. Decent snap, kind of a weak, low kick, but it's going to take a big Salado bounce, but it is fielded there by Bays, and he did the right thing, Kerry, because he probably saved 15 yards of field position.
Yeah, the way it was bouncing, yeah, it was going to keep going for a while. He did the good thing. When you do that, you're probably not going to get much of a return just because of the ball, the way it was coming in, kind of a rolling line drive. He picks it up, saves field position, gets tackled, but sets him up pretty much near midfield, in good shape here.
At their 48-yard line. This time the Greyhounds will set 2 receivers to the near side. Jackson Bays, the quarterback. First down, play fake, looking left side, throws the comeback route to Braden Bays. And that's a nice first down completion and make clear for the first down.
Bays connection.
Yeah, you got sophomore Jackson Bays throwing to senior Braden Bays, and kind of a similar deal for Salado because their junior quarterback Luke Law often targets his older brother Roman Law. First down, all kinds of time this time for Jackson, and he's going deep for Big Bubba. And this time it's a little overthrown and leads him a little too far outside. But they take that big shot on first down, Kerry.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good play. Keep that defense honest, stretch them out a little bit. Let them know you're going to throw downfield and you're going to have to guard that and defend that.
Adam Hicks checks into the ball game for the Greyhounds. Standing to the left of quarterback Jackson Bays. 2nd and 10 following that long incompletion. Hicks goes in motion, takes the swing pass, and he's going to get a gain of about 6 as we move inside 1 minute remaining here in the opening period.
Just a little wheel route. He goes in motion, Hicks does, and he's the receiver. Makes a nice catch.
So it's 3rd and almost exactly 5, and the Greyhounds probably thinking this is a 4-down situation at this point. All kinds of movement before the snap.
Yeah, based on where the ball is, it's probably 4 down, but let's see. Is it going to be 4th and 10 or a first down?
Offside's called against the Eagles.
It's going to be a first down.
Wow. Well, that's a rough way to give up a first down in that situation.
I've seen a couple hard counts that got players from both sides tonight.
Line of scrimmage, the 32. 2 receivers to the near side. And that's Braden Bays on the outside. Brother is looking that direction, now pulls it down. We have a flag in the area where you normally see offensive holding. So Bays is brought down back at the 35-yard line, but now we'll check the call.
Yeah, I think it was a tackle by one of the guys that's not supposed to tackle.
nice form tackle. You just can't do it there.
You just can't do it when you're on offense.
Yeah.
Bob Wilson on the stop for the Eagles.
All right, so that'll cost them 10. And move the ball back to the 42-yard line. 2 receivers to either side of the formation, so they balance up. Bays takes the snap, looks left, pump fake, now throws deep, trying to throw it into the hole between the corner and the safety, and cannot quite make that connection with T.J. DeMint.
Yeah, and he puts it in the right place. He puts it where either DeMint's going to catch it or the ball's going to go out of bounds. So that was a good throw. Just trying to drop it in the bucket right there, and just ran out of real estate there. Hit the sideline. You see him, he's looking. Makes a nice throw. Like I said, either DeMint's going to catch it or it's going to go out of bounds. Don't leave that short and let the guys intercept.
2nd and 20. Eagles in their 3-man defensive front. Bays throws the tunnel screen to the near side. It's taken, and fighting for yardage again. I believe that's T.J. DeMint once again on the reception.
That's complete to T.J. DeMint.
Well, Nolan Miller, number 11, does a good job. He doesn't make the tackle, but watch him come in and keeps this from being a big gainer on the play. You see the catch. Miller gets him right there, slows him down, and he gets finished off. And
we have reached the end of the first quarter, and the Greyhounds are on top by a score of 7-0. Back with period number 2 in just a moment here on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Boerne ISD Director of Communications, and you're watching the Greyhounds Sports Network. Let's go Hounds!
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
As we come back for quarter number 2, Greyhounds with a 3rd and long, almost a full 13. Bays, the quarterback, claps his hands for the snap. Looking right side, steps up in the pocket. He'll keep it. He's trying to get to the sticks. He'll be short by about 2 yards as he's brought down at the 25-yard line.
That's a good run by Bays. He's going to make it a manageable 4th down here. Looking downfield, nothing there. He sees the hole right in front of him and just steps into it and takes it on that alley and makes it about 4th and 4, 4th and 5 here.
No hesitation on the part of the Greyhounds. And keep in mind, they have an excellent field goal kicker in Joe Ballinger.
They might have got another 1st down off a penalty. Let's see.
Boy, that's got to be a backbreaker for the Eagles if that's the case. And it is. That's offside on Salado.
It's 2 on this, just on this drive alone that they've come up with.
Man, and they had them in 2nd and 20.
Yep.
Line of scrimmage, the 21. Greyhounds trying to add to their 7-0 lead. Bays looks far side. Shoulder fake, throws it into the end zone on the go route, and making the reception for the touchdown. And that appears to be brother Braden Bays, and that is their 7th touchdown connection of the season.
Nice hesitation move by Bays.
Oh, the shoulder pump was sweet.
And on the route, he stopped like he was going to throw it, like you said, and Braden acted like he was going to stop there and catch it, and then he just took off downfield. A little hesitation move and got him wide open.
Ballinger puts it through. We're just underway, 2nd quarter. Greyhounds lead at 14-0. We'll take this opportunity to take another short break here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
I'm Stan Lee, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown. But we've always stayed true to our roots. Just like all of y'all.
So the Greyhounds found themselves in a hole following a holding call, but they dug out in a hurry. Scoring drive information from Carey.
8 plays, 52 yards, and took 236, and 2 of their first downs on that drive were the result of penalties by Salado. So,
and is that 3 or 4 for the night?
Yeah, it's at least 3 on the just offsides basically on that. So Jackson's doing something well with his cadence because he's throwing them off. He's getting them to jump.
Ballinger with the kickoff. This comes down the near side, hits it about the 25-yard line.
And
rolling around on the sideline. And keep in mind, it's a live ball because it went 10 yards. Now, did it get out of bounds?
Greyhounds were kind of celebrating, but I don't think they got it.
No, I think they're going to say the ball was out of bounds there or was recovered by Salado. But in any event, Salado keeps the football.
That would have been a huge break.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
For the Greyhounds.
All right, so the line of scrimmage will be the 26-yard line.
Eagles got to get something going if they're going to stay in this game.
Luke Law, the quarterback, hasn't had a lot of help. Now, that's a forward pass. It's a jet sweep, but he tossed it forward, so it's a forward pass and a relatively short gain for Seth Rivas, the senior who, as I mentioned, is averaging 137 receiving yards per game.
Rivas also 7 receiving touchdowns this year for the Eagles.
On second down, the ball carrier really gets popped in the hole. That was a tough shot that was dealt out by, I think it was Javi Benavides, perhaps?
17 Levada.
Okay.
Yeah, Brendan Levada. Yeah, Levada comes in from that safety spot, just lowers that shoulder, and boom.
3rd and 6, 2 receivers to the near side. They're doubling the inside receiver. There's a slant and a completion and a nice play, and that's the best executed play of the night for the Eagles on the completion to Seth Rivas.
Yep, and it's the biggest gainer of the night. That one goes for 14. It's kind of what Salado needed. They needed something. They couldn't afford another 3 and out and get a big first down. Nice completion, like you said.
Line of scrimmage, the 44-yard line. Quarterback looks near side. Tip drill. It's picked. Now how far can he take it? Oh, what a nice play that is. Houston Hendricks. And that Hendricks clan makes its presence known every single week.
Well, he's just Johnny on the spot there. The receiver just kind of slips through his hands, and he's just standing right there. And look what I found. And he's thinking, I want to score. This is going to be a pick 6. And Salado tackles him, but another short field for the Greyhounds. Stop me if you've heard this. Greyhounds are going to have a short field here.
Newsflash.
Yeah.
All right, so again, an opportunity for the Greyhounds to get hyper-aggressive offensively if they want to, and they normally want to. From the 37, they motion out of the backfield, Adam Hicks. Bays with all kinds of time, throws deep right side, and that is Hicks. He was the motion man. Beautiful catch as he hauls it in at the 2-yard line. Magnificent pitch and catch from Jackson Bays to Adam Hicks.
He's got time, no pressure, just able to set his feet, make a nice throw. He just throws it to the outside part of the shoulder where the throw needs to be. Here we go. Looks like Hicks scored.
On first down, look at the surge by the Greyhound offensive line as they cash that in, and yes, Hicks gets the score.
Is there a flag? Is there not?
Can't see. That was Hicks' third rushing touchdown of the year.
If it holds. Or it looks like they're having a discussion here.
Yeah, it does. I didn't see a flag, did you?
I didn't either. We're getting word there was a late flag that came out, maybe after the play.
Perhaps. Yeah, the referee is Gerald Green, so he's in charge of sorting all this out.
It's going to be on Boerne, so after the kick?
Yeah. Apparently it's some kind of personal foul or something like that that they will assess on the kickoff. And that is the case. Here's Bellinger again, trying to go 3 for 3 on the night in PATs. Houston Hendricks, the holder. Kick is on its way. And with that, Ballinger remains perfect, and the Greyhounds extend their lead to 21-0. Back with the final 9.5 minutes of the first half in just a moment, right here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
I'm Gina DeWall, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
Ladies, that is how you execute the run-pass option.
All right, guys. In order to live in this community, we need to know important facts. What year was Boerne High School opened?
Back in 1909.
Now, who knows the name of the mascots?
Rowdy and Rita.
Okay. What year did Boerne play its first football game?
Back in
Kickoff man Joe Ballinger has been a busy dude for the Greyhounds here in the first half. He gets to do it again.
Going to have to ice his foot at halftime.
This one's a little longer, though, because they assess that personal foul here on the kickoff. So they'll tee it up at the 25. End over end kick coming down on the near side and now returned back to the far side. And on the return, that's Drew Bird for the Salado Eagles.
Well, they're going to have pretty good field position to start here. They haven't been able to do much today. Offensively, they've had an interception, a punt, a fumble recovery, and then a punt. So
they'll start this one from their 48.
Houston's come up with 2 turnovers.
He has such an off-the-charts football IQ. He really analyzes things well.
He had the fumble recovery on the botched punt, and then he had the interception. And you know, being around coaches and then their sons as they grow up. And Coach Kaiser had his son play for him. Coach Hendricks has 2 of his sons. Coach Dormady before had Quentin playing for him, and those coaches, their kids are around the game a lot. They just have a really good understanding of the game.
They're sponges.
Yep.
From the 48. Here's an end around on the part of the Eagles, and making one move is Morgan Adams, but that's a lot of work for very little yardage.
I wonder if he was going to throw it back to the quarterback. It kind of looked like he was maybe thinking of throwing, but nothing there. And
once again, excellent diagnostics on the part of that Greyhound defense.
Yeah, they're not giving up much tonight.
Luke Law, the angular quarterback for Salado. Has time this time. Throws, got a man wide open, and they missed an opportunity there because there was a little bit of a blown coverage there. There was opportunity on the far sideline, but quarterback and receiver just could not make connection, and that could have been a play that could have got the Eagles back in the football game.
Yeah, and it might have been a touchdown there, just too high. He had some room. It was going to be a foot race if he caught it. It was going to be a foot race to the end zone, but he had a good chance there.
3rd and 10. 4-man defensive front. 2 receivers to the near side. Quarterback rolls that direction. Right-handed quarterback moving left. That's a tough throw, and he can't quite make connections with his brother, the wide receiver, Roman Law. And once again, stalwart work by that Boerne Greyhound defense.
Corey Bruce on the play, and Roman looks to be a little bit taller. As you see, it's kind of a jump ball, but just not able to get it. Roman's not able to come down with it.
McCoy Bruce with a nice job defensively for the Hounds. Another Salado punt. It's away cleanly. Braden Bays is going to get a chance to return this, starting at his 21-yard line, gets across the 25, and is going to be snowed under at the 26. Greyhounds firmly in control, leading 21-0, and still almost 8.5 minutes remaining on the clock here in the first half.
Now this drive, they're kind of finally starting in their own territory.
Yeah.
Everything's been in the Salado side, so this one they're going to have to go a little bit further, but that doesn't bother them. They have quick strike ability. They can burn you on a long gainer one play.
And they're kind of mean about it too. You know, I mean, they're kind of impolite. They go at you. From the 26. Jackson Bays, the quarterback, looking left side, throws that direction on the post, was looking for Braden Bays, and he got inside the defender, but really pretty good convergence on the part of that Eagles secondary because that looked to be a big gain.
Yeah. Efok was the guy on the play. He does a good job. He comes over and just disrupts the play.
He did a very nice job.
Yeah. I like these shots downfield, though. I like stretching that defense.
3 receivers to the near side. Bays rolls that direction. Has time. Throws into traffic, but he's got a completion there? Or what are they saying this is?
Cloutier, it might have dropped it.
Did he drop it? Okay. I'm sorry. Hit him in the hands. I was assuming he had put that away. My mistake.
And Bays just patient, waiting for him to get open and makes the throw, just not able
Good
to
throw.
come.
Yeah, came out almost immediately. So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 26. Balanced formation, 2 receivers to either side. Bays steps up, wants to throw, now is unable to do so, and he's going to be stopped about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. So maybe the most impressive series defensively for Salado so far tonight.
Yeah, and Bays just not able to. I thought maybe he'd just throw it away, throw it out of bounds. He took a hit there. That's where coach would tell him, hey, you're going to get sacked, just throw it away. Don't take the hit. He hung in there, though. He's trying to wait for his receiver to get open, but just good coverage by the Eagles that time.
Houston Hendricks on to punt for the Greyhounds. Gets it away. It's a high spiraling kick, and a fair catch is made at the 41-yard line. So the Eagles trying to get on the board now for the first time tonight with 7:18 remaining before intermission. And it is homecoming here at Boerne High School. So they're going to have, now keep me straight here, Kerry, they're going to have homecoming ceremonies at halftime, and then the Boerne band is going to play after the game.
I believe so. The band's going to graciously give its halftime time to let the school have the homecoming ceremony where they're going to announce the king and the queen, the prince, princess, the duke, duchess. And then they ask the fans to stick around and watch the band after the game.
Salado with the ball, 1st and 10 from the 41. Zone
Whoa.
give inside, ball's on the ground,
who.
and this is going to be recovered by the Greyhounds.
Well, look who.
Yeah, again, look who. Houston Hendricks. He has been everywhere.
That's his third turnover of the game. He's had 2 fumbles, and the ball just kind of slips out of the running back's hands. Imagine just not able to kind of had somebody grease the ball before the play or something, but just kind of slips out, and Houston just right there. He's had an interception, he's had a fumble recovery and a punt, and now had this fumble recovery here.
There were 4 Greyhounds in position to maybe make that recovery. There was not much doubt about the turnover there.
Yeah. Once it slipped forward, once it squirted forward like that, there was nothing but defenders around it.
From the pistol formation, Bays gives it off over right tackle. Bodie Brown on the carry.
Bodie Brown, a couple touchdowns last week.
Gain of 2 this time.
Burger Portland.
LOS the 46. Yeah, that was an impressive performance by the Greyhounds as they beat up on the, perennial strong GP Wildcats. I mean, every single year that program has it going on. And earlier, Boerne had beaten Flower Bluff. 2nd and 8, play fake, throw over the middle to a wide open receiver. That's TJ DeMint. They like that play.
Yeah. Yeah, and we can see why they like it, because he's always open, it seems like. And just looked like a busted coverage. There was no one around him.
Carries all the way down to the 20-yard line. Greyhounds trying to add their 4th score of the night, but they will take a timeout, and we'll keep it right here. Not too much to complain about from all these attendees at the Boerne homecoming. They like what they're seeing. The truth of the matter is Boerne could have even some additional points on the board, but in terms of controlling the tempo of the game, to date, Kerry, there has been no doubt.
Yeah, controlled the tempo and have done a pretty good job controlling field position. Boerne's first 2 drives, one was a punt and one was a loss of down, but they were both times in Salado territory, so they were definitely controlling the line of scrimmage in the field. But on their 3rd possession is when they got their first touchdown, and that was after a punt. Clodier with a catch, and since then they've been rolling. They've scored 3 straight possessions. They did punt the last time, but they're striking distance here.
So the Greyhounds going into this one at 4-0 in their final non-district game of the year. Bays the quarterback. LOS is the 20.
Oh.
Running play, and ball carrier hit behind the line of scrimmage by 3 Eagle defenders. That was Bodie Brown on the carry, and he paid for it.
Just shot the gaps. It looks like the Eagles defenders just shot gaps and got in there before Brown's even able to kind of do anything with the ball. That's a big loss. That's about a 4-yard loss.
So 2nd and about 14.
So Gentry back in.
The junior running back.
A lot of weapons.
Very deep in the backfield and very deep at receiver. Here's the 2nd down play. Bays looking left, throws that direction, drops it in among 3 defenders, and has a completion very close to 1st down yardage. That's Bays to Bays again.
It's going to be 3rd and 1, but
a little short.
Yeah, that window was a small window he had to throw it into, and there were defenders flying by trying to get to that ball.
Well, there were 6 Eagle arms, all of which whiffed on the ball.
Yep.
3rd and very short. Bays to Brown, off right guard, inside the 5. And he'll have the 1st down, obviously. And the clock will stop briefly as they set the chains.
Brown does a good job holding on to the ball because he spins and he gets hit when he comes out of the spin.
Oh, he took a big shot at the
and
end.
A lot of times when you don't see that hit coming, you don't protect the ball because you don't see the hit that's going to come, and so a lot of times you can jar it loose, and good job holding on to it right there.
1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Bays.
Wide open.
Play fake and into the end zone for the touchdown. That is so nicely done. Hudson Hendricks on the touchdown reception. What a beautiful play fake.
Yeah, he slips through wide open, and you see him release from the. He's just kind of there as a slot.
Yeah, and watch the Eagle defenders. I mean, they all went for the fake.
Yep.
It has been all Boerne on homecoming night. Ballinger again with the extra point, and he remains perfect on the night. And the Greyhounds extend their lead to 28-0 with just over 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Back in a moment here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Tommy Price, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there. I mean, the refrigerator William Perry could get a first down there. But you know who's going to get their number called for this one? Yeah, that's right, Dr. Ferris. He's like a ligating linebacker. Boom, just like that. And that's why Ferris Orthodontics is going to get the MVP for this one.
So the Greyhounds take advantage of a turnover. Scoring drive info from Carey.
6 plays, 48 yards, took 3:04 off the clock, had a 26-yard pass by Dement. Reception on that throw across the middle, and then, of course, the drive. And Hudson Hendricks finishes off the drive set up by big brother Houston Hendricks on the fumble recovery that got them the ball in Salado territory. So they've scored 3 touchdowns in about 5 minutes now.
Not much going well right now for the Eagles.
Javier Martinez on the stop for the Hounds.
So actually, I said 5 minutes, been about 7 minutes, 7:08. In that elapsed game time, they've scored 3 touchdowns. So starting to pull away here.
In total control, at least for the moment, that's for sure. Four-man defensive front. Law, the quarterback, pulls the trigger, has a completion over the middle across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And it was a nice, good, tough catch there. And on the reception, this gentleman's number listed? I don't believe it is. And that's a shame. It was a nice catch. Second and about 2. He'll be short on this carry.
Strickland with the run, and 3rd and 1. He only got 1 on that one, so Greyhound defense not giving up much tonight. You really need a first down if you're Salado here.
Strickland, who was a quarterback last year. And here's the big, tall quarterback, big, tall, strong quarterback. They still can't get him on the ground. They finally have to cut his legs out from under him. But that's a strong effort that nets a first down out across the 40 at the 41-yard line.
Well, it looked like they were trying to strip the ball, and he kept his legs churning. As long as you keep your legs moving and no one's hitting your legs, you're going to keep moving forward. And it was Houston Hendricks, I believe, that came in and got him low and knocked his feet out from under him.
On first down, Law to throw, now under pressure. Makes one tackler miss. Throws it far sideline, and it's incomplete. And that'll stop the clock.
I think he caught it.
Did he catch it? No, they gave him a catch?
Yep, I think he caught it.
I'll tell you what, it was an astounding catch then.
Morgan Adams with the catch.
Looked from here to have carried him out of bounds. But that's a nice effort.
Good time there. leaves the pocket pointing, say, hey, go to that sideline. I'm going to throw it to you.
Nets the first down at the Greyhound 44-yard line. Law throws near side. And once again, our apologies, number 80 is not listed on the Eagle roster.
See if we can find his name at halftime.
Impressive looking athlete for sure.
Yeah, big kid, number 80.
So the pass falls incomplete, second and a full 10 from the 44.
Eagles had a 19-yard run by Law, and they had a 15-yard pass. So a couple good things there. Incompletion there, though.
High snap, but Law pulls it down. And the give is to Case Majin, who normally is a really important part of their offense, but has been pretty quiet so far tonight.
He's going to get dropped for a loss.
Lost about 2.
Yeah, just looking for room. There's just nowhere to go. Levada gets in there, won't let go of the legs. And then the rest, the couple other Greyhound defenders come in and finish him off.
So it'll be third and about 12.
Look out.
Well, he's going to get blasted from the blind side. Look at the heat that was applied there. What a play by Jeffrey Brown.
Jeffrey Brown providing the pressure for the Hounds.
He hits him clean. He doesn't feel it. He just gets rid of the ball. He didn't even really feel it or hear it. And that could have been a turnover. Very fortunate that he was kind of starting to move his arm forward, and it was a forward pass.
They're going to have to punt the football, and guess what? The Greyhounds are going to have some time with which to work. Low snap. Ooh. Punter gets it away. Pretty good kick under the circumstances. Bays is going to let it roll, and the Eagles will kill it at about the 11 or 12-yard line with 1:21 remaining before halftime.
Griffin's punt is down at the Greyhound 12-yard line.
Minute 19, they have 3 timeouts. So
they do.
Let's see what they can dial up here.
Typically what will happen in a situation like this with this kind of field position where you're bottled up a little bit, you kind of see what you do on first down.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you get a really substantial gain on first down, now you can get more aggressive going forward.
Yeah. A lot of times you just do a handoff and see if
it'll pop.
Yeah, see your back can pop anything, and if it does, then you get going.
Bays wants to throw, does so. Wide receiver screen, far side. Receiver makes 1 move, 2 moves, kicks out of 3 tackles, and has a first down out at the 25-yard line. Now they can get aggressive.
That's a Greyhound first down.
And they do have all 3 timeouts. They don't have to use them here because the clock will stop. They'll be quick about their snap here.
Nice job, Bays to Bays. Got a whistle here and what looks to be a procedure penalty against the Greyhounds.
That's one of the downsides of hurrying up. Guys have to run up and try to get set, and sometimes they move when not everybody's ready. And
that'll move it back to the 21-yard line.
So somebody took a timeout.
False start called against the Greyhounds.
Somebody did. It has not been indicated on the scoreboard yet. Well, since they got, substantial yardage there, this is probably the Greyhounds just trying to figure out exactly what they want to do here with the final 58 seconds of the first half.
Yeah, they're talking it over. I don't know if they used the timeout, but if they did, they have 2 left. And they have about a minute. So got a lot of options here on the table.
You really do. And of course with the clock stopping to move the chains on a first down, you don't have to worry about having to work the sidelines. You can throw it anywhere you want to. 1st and 15 after the procedure walk-off. 3 receivers to the near side. 3-man defensive front. for the Eagles. Bays comes to the near side, pulls up, throws. That's complete, and that is a really nice hands catch by Caleb Cloutier, who had the touchdown earlier.
Yeah, Cloutier does a good job of getting out of bounds. He knows where he is on the field. He knows the situation they're in. Rolling pocket there, makes the catch, and see, he just heads for the sideline, just trying to stop the clock and save those timeouts.
Gain of 10, so it's 2nd and 5. Bays, play fake, throws near side. A little bit of a dangerous throw, but it's complete to Houston Hendricks, and he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get a first down there, and they do.
Line of scrimmage, the 40, and they still have 46 seconds. Jackson Bays has done a nice job at quarterback. 3 receivers to the far side this time. He rolls that way, gets the edge, gets the corner, turns the corner, and gets run out of bounds, and we'll see exactly where they mark it, but it does stop the clock with 38 seconds left.
Yeah, Salado's willing to give up the little 5-6 yard plays. They'll give you that, but I think they're protecting deep right now, hoping that those plays take up a little bit more time than the Greyhounds would like.
They marked the ball at the Greyhound 44-yard line. So it's 2nd and about 7. Bays with time, steps up in the pocket. Now he's brought down from behind, and we'll see if they take a quick timeout or how they manage the clock here in the waning seconds.
They're not taking one.
No, they're not. 3rd and about 7.
Now they do. Kind of waited, though, after
Actually,
the play.
I think that timeout was taken by the Eagles. I think maybe they didn't have the personnel they wanted on the field, or had too many people on the field, but they that was a timeout called by the Eagles.
Coach Hendricks not happy about something on that play. I think one of the routes was off, and he letting somebody hear about it.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 7 with 20 seconds left. And the Greyhounds trying to add to their 28-0 lead.
Bandera leading Hondo 19-17 at halftime. Comfort leading Nixon Smiley. Homecoming night in Comfort right down the road. Bobcats leading the Mustangs 14-8.
Appreciate the updates. 3rd down against a 3-man defensive front. Bays looks to the near side, throws. Oh, and that was just outstanding coverage applied defensively for the Eagles by Nolan Miller. I mean, he had that thing blanketed.
It looks like Boerne's just going to punt and back him up. Make him go the length of the field with not very much time at all on the clock. Greyhounds didn't score, but, well, not yet, but they did take most of that minute off the clock, leaving the Eagles with not a whole lot of time to work with.
Houston Hendricks, the punter, standing at his 32, takes a little bit of a high snap, but gets it away cleanly. And a fair catch is called for and made at about the 28-yard line. Wouldn't expect anything real crazy from the Eagles right now.
No, not with 10 seconds.
Yeah.
We'll see, but maybe just take a knee and go in.
I think that might be the better part of valor right now.
Just try to regroup at halftime.
Well, keep in mind, the Greyhounds are going to get the ball to start the second half. Final 10 seconds. They'll keep it on the ground as they give the ball off to their junior running back, Case Majin. And with that, the first half has come to an end here. Homecoming night at Boerne High School, and the home-standing Greyhounds leading 28-0. Back with halftime festivities in just a moment here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
is Jenny Brewer, and I coach cross country and track at Champion High School, and I teach in the business incubator and entrepreneurship. I remember my high school cross country coach made a very big impact on me, and when I went to college I realized I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. I was fortunate enough to get into at Kendall Elementary, and I got hired there to do there as a computer teacher. Now I teach entrepreneurship and the business incubator and practicum. I really focus on, I tell them a lot that they're going to grow in my classroom in ways that aren't really tangible. They speak every day, they have to stand up and they redesign usually a consumer product or packaging of some kind as their warm-up every day. I kind of get them into the mindset of when you're 5 and you go into kindergarten and the teacher asks a question, 20 hands go up. Everyone wants to say, pick me, I want to answer the question. And as they get conditioned into high school, they lose some of that sometimes because either someone has said you're not smart enough, or they're worried about answering the wrong, saying the wrong answer, or they're worried about the way that they're perceived by their peers. And so I try to get them to say, when you're redesigning things, go back to your 5-year-old self and just make it like there's no rules, and to go back to really having an ability to use your imagination.
Coach Brewer did a great job of taking students from the beginning stages of their plan, where they were uncertain about ideas, just formulating the plan to a very well polished presentation. So, and that was a lot of the time she spent just with the students in preparing and planning and rehearsing. The coaching, you always prepare to win, and that's what she does in the classroom with her students.
I think we were really lucky to have such a woman be able to teach us, and she was just so hands-on. She was definitely our class's mom away from home. She was just amazing, and so if I had a rough day or a good day, I could tell her about it, or if I needed good advice, or I had someone that I could kind of lean on.
What an outstanding woman. To do what the things that she does, not only on the coaching field, but in the classroom, speaks a lot of volumes to, why she was our Teacher of the Year and District Teacher of the Year.
As a career in general, whether it's in the classroom or whether it's on the track or in cross country, pouring into kids gives you so many things back that are just, it becomes your identity because of the way that the kids feed you and you feed it into the kids. And it's, that's the special. That's what my coach did for me in high school, and so that's what I aspire to do for the kids.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Boerne ISD Director of Communications, and you're watching the Greyhounds Sports Network. Let's go Hounds!
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown, but we've always stayed true to our roots, just like all of y'all. Live music, great food, and the most fun for all Greyhounds fans. Stop by today, or tomorrow is just fine with us.
I'm Gina DeWall, the Boerne ISD Athletic Secretary, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
To create a program across all of our school district. We want to create the best fine arts department, specifically theater arts department, in the entire state across all 3 of our campuses.
I think it was also a great opportunity for the 5th coming into 6th getting to tour the campus, the theater, learning where props go, where set pieces go. And so it allows them, I think, in August to feel a little bit more comfortable starting middle school.
I think it teaches theater in a completely new, different way. We get to do a warm-up in games, which just kind of open you, and then we get to practice for our play, which we've been doing all week. That was in 54? That was in 58! 54 was the year we had that big eye storm. It's different from what I normally do. I was actually the lead in our 6th grade play that we did, and I just thought, you know, I'm very close to my grandpa, so I was like, you know, why not the old man? And it's really funny to play him, seeing what they do.
I learned how to project, I learned how to improv, and I also learned how to put on a different, how to character somebody else, because I'm definitely not a weather woman. I also got to have an experience with some of my friends who I already knew who went to elementary school with me. So it was very fun getting to meet people who were going to North, Voss, South, and a ton of other schools.
Well, this was our first year to offer. Being our first year, we had a great turnout, boys and girls. For next year, as we continue to grow, we're hoping that we can get some more of our middle school teachers' calendars available to work with us so that we can grow in our numbers as well, building our programs. So trying to collaborate and getting our middle schools on the same team, teaching them and feeding better kids to high school.
I'm Goldberg, WWE Hall of Famer. You're watching Greyhound Sports Network. Who's next?
We're a Minecraft-themed camp, and we worked towards creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking, as well as character and citizenship. We worked using Minecraft to kind of hook the kids in, and we kind of guided them through with activities and lessons that touched upon each of those C's.
I did learn how to make a bubbly water tank, have the ability to build whatever I want sometimes on Minecraft camp.
They're 100% engaged throughout the whole process, and you see the kids that might not be as familiar with Minecraft, but then somebody that does have more experience actually helps them through the process, and you see a lot of collaboration and problem solving together to make the project come to life.
We want them to walk away as better humans and treating each other in a digital environment and in a real environment with kindness and trying to bring each other up. They were able to do that. When they made mistakes, they corrected mistakes. They were able to come through it in a positive way.
We would hope to get more teachers including this into their actual curriculum, whether it's math, science, social studies, just bits and pieces here and there, after school clubs, and anything in between. So we're excited to see where it goes.
I'm Jeremy Affelt, 3-time World Series champion, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network.
School safety is very important, and it's up to us to work together as a team to prevent bad things from happening. That is why when you see something, say something. If you see or hear about dangerous or suspicious activity which could potentially put our students, staff, or visitors in danger, you should tell an adult immediately. Make sure you tell your teacher, your principal, or your SRO, or even your parents and guardians. Just make sure you report any dangerous or suspicious activity to an adult right away. You could help save lives. If you don't feel comfortable telling an adult, you can report dangerous or suspicious activity anonymously on the See Something, Say Something link, which is on every BISD webpage, or by scanning this QR code. Your tip will go straight to the administration, who will then investigate. If we all stay alert and work as a team to report dangerous or suspicious activity, we can help keep our schools safe. Remember, if you see something,
say something.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Tommy Price, and you're watching the Greyhounds Sports Network.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Boerne Beat, sponsored by Boerne Radio. Here are the top stories from around Boerne ISD. Another major statewide recognition was earned by Boerne ISD. The district received its third consecutive A rating with a grade of 94 in the Texas Education Agency's statewide student testing and accountability ratings. In addition, 10 campuses received an A rating, and BISD had a district record 21 distinctions, which acknowledges districts and campuses for outstanding achievements. Boerne ISD is among only 1% of over 1,200 school districts across the state who have received an A rating in each of the 3 rating periods. To read more about this historic achievement, please visit our website. Boerne ISD students and staff created an inspirational mural that now decorates Central Office. In the fall of 2020, Boerne High School art teacher Darcy Baird and her e-learning students collaborated to design and create the project as a way to connect with other students and the community. The mural was funded by the Boerne Education Foundation. Mrs. Baird and her students were honored by the BISD Board of Trustees this week. Speaking of the Board of Trustees, they held their first monthly meeting of the new school year this week. The board commended BISD administration and staff for earning an A rating from the TEA, as well as for being named an innovative district by the International Center for Leadership in Education. Boerne ISD named a new Chief of Safety and Security this week. Boerne resident Rick Goodrich was chosen for the position, which was announced at this week's board meeting. Goodrich has over 22 years of law enforcement investigative experience with the Drug Enforcement Administration, as well as 22 years of distinguished military service with the U.S. Air Force. For more information on this story, please visit our website. And now, here are the elementary photos of the week. Those are the top stories from around Boerne ISD this week. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Greyhounds Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
Hi, my name is Jenny Brewer, and I coach cross country and track at Champion High School, and I teach in the business incubator and entrepreneurship. I remember my high school cross country coach made a very big impact on me, and when I went to college I realized that I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. I was fortunate enough to get into at Kendall Elementary, and I got hired there to do their as a computer teacher. Now I teach entrepreneurship and the business incubator and practicum. I really focus on, I tell them a lot that they're going to grow in my classroom in ways that aren't really tangible. They speak every day, they have to stand up and they redesign usually a consumer product or packaging of some kind as their warm-up every day. I kind of get them into the mindset of when you're 5 and you go into kindergarten and the teacher asks a question, 20 hands go up. Everyone wants to say, pick me, I want to answer the question. And as they get conditioned into high school, they lose some of that sometimes because either someone has said you're not smart enough or they're worried about answering the wrong, saying the wrong answer.
PHS Student Council for their hard work and dedication. They played an important role in making this year's homecoming week memorable by overseeing the Spirit Week dress-up days, the creation of the Greyhound Pride Hallway in the E-Wing, the Ground the Eagles t-shirt, the parade and community pep rally, the homecoming court elections, and this coronation ceremony. We would also like to thank the mighty Greyhound Band under the direction of Mr. Person and the Starlets and Silver Stars with Coach Neiman for their flexibility in agreeing to perform after the game to allow time for this ceremony. We encourage you to stay afterwards for their awesome performances. At this time, if you are a forever Greyhound, as a graduate from the Boerne High School, please stand up as the rest of us applaud you for coming home. Without further ado, let's proceed with the introduction of the 2022 Boerne High School homecoming representatives and court members. The freshman pairing representing the class of 2026 is Josie Cloudy and Zach Walker. Josie is the daughter of Amy and Scott Cloudy. Her selected quote is from fashion maven Coco Chanel. Quote, "In order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different." Zach is the son of Lindy and Ben Walker. He quotes Joe Shetty, "Never stop being a good person because of bad people." Ladies and gentlemen, Josie Cloudy and Zach Walker. The sophomore pair representing the class of 2025 is Ava Renteria and Ryan Hooper. Ava is the daughter of Misty and Ramon Renteria. Her quote is from Harley Davidson. "When writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen." Ryan is the son of Jenna Spicer and Byron Hooper. He quotes Abraham Lincoln. "In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, but the life in your years." Ladies and gentlemen, Ava Renteria and Ryan Hooper. The first junior pairing representing the class of 2024 is Riley Scheidt and Michael Igbo. Riley is the daughter of Julian Scott Scheidt. Her quote is from Philippians 4:13. "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Michael is the son of Queen and Michael Igbo. He likes this quote, "Push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you." Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Scheidt and Michael Igbo. The second junior pairing is Ashlyn Mazur and Charlie Stahl. Ashlyn is the daughter of Rochelle and Mike Mazur. He selected this quote, "Focus on the step in front of you, not the staircase." Charlie is the son of Kelly and Ben Stahl. He also quotes Honest Abe. Whatever you are, be a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashlyn Mazur and Charlie Stahl. The third junior pairing is Clarissa Muskies and Caleb Benchoff. Clarissa is the daughter of Michelle and Armando Muskies. Her quote is from Ephesians 4:32. Be kind, tenderhearted, and forgiving, as God through Christ has forgiven you. Caleb is the son of Holly and Nigel Benchoff. He quotes Mahatma Gandhi, be the change you wish to see in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Clarissa Muskies and Caleb Benchoff. The first senior pairing representing the class of 2023 is Lily Griffith and Riley Mackerel. Lily is the daughter of Melissa and David Griffith. She plans to attend Texas State University and study early elementary education. She quotes BHS coach Jeremy Shannon. Time is precious. Waste it wisely. Riley is the son of Amy and Regis Mackerel. In college, he will pursue a degree in business sales and management. He quotes Michael Scott from The Office. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. Ladies and gentlemen, Lily Griffith and Riley Mackerel. The second senior pairing is Leah Valdez and Jacob McLaughlin. Leah is the daughter of Chastity Valdez and Russell Wiedner. She plans to attend Texas A&M University to pursue a degree in horticulture and plant science. She quotes Dolly Parton. We cannot direct the wind, but we can direct the way it sails. Jacob is the son of Lisa and Jason McLaughlin. He will study kinesiology in college. He likes this quote from Marcus Aurelius. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, Leah Valdez and Jacob McLaughlin. The third senior pairing is Maddie Morris and Landon Lesturgeon. Maddie is the daughter of Nancy and Mark Morris. She wants to attend Texas Christian University to pursue a degree in elementary education and psychology. She likes this biblical text. If God is for us, who can be against us? Landon is the son of Lucretia and Bart Lesturgeon. He aspires to play D1 baseball while studying engineering. He shares this quote from Thomas Carlyle. No pressure, no diamonds. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddie Morris and Landon Lesturgeon. The fourth senior pairing is Rachel Young and Cole Gentry. Rachel is the daughter of Lauren and Jared Young. She plans to attend Texas A&M to study entrepreneurial business. She likes this quote from John 13:17. You do not realize what I'm doing now, but later you will understand. Cole is the son of Maggie and Chris Gentry. He plans to pursue a degree in business at Texas A&M. He quotes BHS coach Sawyer. You don't get this day back. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Young and Cole Gentry. The fifth senior pairing is Jamie Reedy and Michael Russell. Jamie is the daughter of Amy and Jim Reedy. She also plans to either attend Texas A&M or the University of Oklahoma to earn a degree in sports broadcast journalism. She quotes BHS Coach Graham, do work, get big. Michael is the son of Michelle and Scott Russell. He's looking to major in computer science after graduating in May. His own quote, everybody wants to know what I will do if I don't win. I guess we'll never know. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Reedy and Michael Russell. And now, officiating over the coronation of this year's court are the retiring 2021 Queen, Carson Kurtz and King Colby Brown. Carson is the daughter of Gershie and Stephen Kurtz. She attends Texas A&M University College Station and is studying agricultural leadership. When asked to share something she's learned about herself since graduating, She stated that living in a dorm isn't bad and the library is her best friend. Colby is the son of Tracy and Mike Brown, also at Texas A&M. He is pursuing a degree in agribusiness. When asked to share something he's learned about himself since graduating, he stated the importance of being present in every moment, trusting that God has taken care of everything. Ladies and gentlemen, Carson Kurtz in downtown Colby Brown. And now to announce the 2022 royalty as elected by their senior class peers. The new Duke is Landon Lesturgeon. And the new Duchess is Maddie Morris. The new Prince is Riley Macro. And the new Princess is Leah Valdez. And now for the crowning of the 2022 Boerne High School Homecoming King and Queen. The new BHS Homecoming King is Jacob McLaughlin. And the new BHS Homecoming Queen is Lily Griffith. Let's congratulate all members of this year's Homecoming Corps.
Hi, my name is Jenny Brewer, and I coach cross country and track at Champion High School, and I teach in the business incubator and entrepreneurship. I remember my high school cross country coach made a very big impact on me, and when I went to college I realized that I wanted to be a teacher and a coach. I was fortunate enough to get into at Kendall Elementary, and I got hired there to do there as a computer teacher. Now I teach entrepreneurship and the business incubator and practicum. I really focus on, I tell them a lot that they're going to grow in my classroom in ways that aren't really tangible. They speak every day, they have to stand up and they redesign usually a consumer product or packaging of some kind as their warm-up every day. I kind of get them into the mindset of when you're 5 and you go into kindergarten and the teacher asks a question, 20 hands go up. Everyone wants to say, pick me, I want to answer the question. And as they get conditioned into high school, they lose some of that sometimes because either someone has said you're not smart enough, or they're worried about answering the wrong, saying the wrong answer, or they're worried about.
back in Boerne and awaiting the second half kickoff as the Boerne Greyhounds lead the Salado Eagles by a score of 28-0. It was obviously all Boerne in the first half. We do want to say hi to our friends, and they are our friends in Salado. And Terry, here's the thing. They're a good football team. They're going to remain among the favorites for their district championship. You know, they were good last year. They were 7-4. They were a playoff team. They got off to a great start this year. So this may relate more to the kind of effort that Boerne is putting forth tonight than it does to any shortcomings on the part of Salado. Again, I want to stress they have excellent athletes.
Yeah, and this may also, the score may also be reflected by how good of a team Boerne has. They're just really good. They got a chance to go to 5-0. Last time that happened was 2017. So it's been about 5 years since they've run the first half of the season. So this is a team that you don't get every year. This is a once in every 5 year kind of a team. So they feel they can do some special things.
You know, their offense is so flashy. They're averaging 43 points and 400 yards a game. But every time I see the Greyhounds, I get more and more impressed with their defense.
Yeah, they've shut down Salado so far, and offense kind of got slow going, but three touchdowns in that second quarter kind of blew this game up a little bit.
And the Greyhounds will get the ball to start the second half, and they'll get it in good shape because that is an excellent kickoff return by Bays. He's having a big night.
On the stop, along with number 26, Dustin Riddlehoover.
Again, another
push down Hounds, their own 40-yard
good starting field position for the Greyhounds tonight.
Right at their 40-yard line. So there were a lot of homecoming festivities at halftime. That went well.
Yeah, a lot of football athletes and other sports that were well represented.
Jackson Bays, the sophomore quarterback who looks like a hardened veteran at this point as we reach the midway point in the regular season. On first down, the give is to Adam Hicks. He goes over right guard for a gain of almost 7.
And being a sophomore, I thought Jackson would have a little bit more of a learning curve as we see the replay on the run by Hicks. I thought he'd have a little bit more of a learning curve, and he really didn't. He pretty much hit the ground running and threw a touchdown on the first play of the season, and he hasn't stopped since.
Houston Hendricks, the man in motion, as they motion to trips on the far side. Bays with plenty of time, excellent protection. Eyes downfield, lets it go, going for all of it. He's got, Big Brother can't quite hold on as it gets into his shoulder pads and bounces off.
Yeah, had plenty of time there, good protection by that line. He rolls out, buys himself a little bit of time, throws it downfield, and
holding called against the Greyhounds.
Just not able, and it wouldn't have stood anyway.
That's true, as we got the holding walk-off against Boerne. I'll move it back to the 38-yard line.
And it's tough to catch a pass. When you're running full speed, you can stand there and catch a ball, but when you're running full speed, it's tough to catch stuff thrown at you.
Yeah, your eyes are getting big, too, because you were open.
From that distance, especially.
Bays throws near side, wide receiver screen. There are a lot of purple jerseys in front of that. This is a big game. Oh, wow. Brooks Perez, nice job on both the catch and the run after catch.
Yeah. You see Hicks come out leading the blockers there and gets a lot of nice blocks, and Perez moves the change, 1st and 10 Greyhounds.
From the Salado 38. Running play on first down, and Adam Hicks gets a mouthful of the interior of that Salado defensive line.
Bird and Nolan Miller on the stop.
It's a 24-yard pass there to Perez.
Nicely executed by everybody. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Just underway in the third quarter with Boerne leading Salado 28-0. Chance Gentry was the motion man. They throw it that direction, intended for Hicks. It's incomplete, and he takes a big hit anyway from Dusty Riddlehoover.
Dusty Riddlehoover on the coverage for the Eagles.
Well, watch him put his face mask right there, and it's a clean hit. Hits him with his shoulder in the shoulder.
Yep.
Textbook.
He's going to come out. Hicks took a pretty good shot there.
Well, he's taken a couple already.
Yeah.
3rd and 10. Bays. Again, that shoulder pump. Deep, right side. And the ball is going to fall incomplete. It was intended for Brooks Perez.
For number 11, Brooks Perez, incomplete. A.J. Fox providing the coverage for the Eagles.
But even though it's 10 yards to a first down, they may be.
Well, you know, you're kind of in no man's land there,
Yeah.
so I get it. I do.
Yeah.
4th and a full 10.
Could also quick kick.
And, well, and they've got the people in there who could do it, too. So it's very true.
Looks like they tried to draw him and get 5 of those yards, but no going.
They're going to throw it, or want to. Bays flushes left, pulls up, throws deep into the end zone on the left side. It was intended for Braden Bays, but they couldn't make connections, and so the ball will go over on downs.
Pass intended for Braden Bays, incomplete.
Looked there for a second like Jackson was going to run. You see him roll out to the left, and then
Eagles
he
take over
stops.
change of downs.
There's a defender that was kind of spying him, so not able to.
It's pretty good man coverage by Darius Wilson.
Yeah. Not able to. There wasn't that open field because of that man spying him, and he threw it instead, and incomplete.
Salado takes over at their own 38-yard line. Ball thrown far side, complete, and it looks like it'll clear for the first down. That was a good throw by Luke Law, and really a nice job and a nice route run by Morgan Adams.
Right on the chain, so
Brendan Lovato on the stop. First down, Eagles.
Lovato with the tackle, but not before he gets the first down.
From the 48. Law throws a slant, and he's got his man. That's Seth Rivas on the reception, and a little bit of rhythm now for the Salado offense.
Hendricks on the stop for the Hounds.
Yeah, and they ran that slant in the first half, had some success with it.
This one's coming back.
Yeah, but it's coming back.
As a procedure penalty. As you see the call by the referee, Gerald Green.
But I would think Salado is going to go back to that slant. It's been open for him a couple times tonight. That was their best play in the first half, actually, was that slant.
Four-man defensive front for the Greyhounds. Law swings it left side to Seth Rivas. And he gets back the penalty yardage and about 5 more. But he's still going to be about 5 yards shy of a first down. But it does move the ball into Greyhound territory at the 48. Trips to the near side. Law, the quarterback, running play, coming near side. Not going to get anywhere close to first down yardage, as that play is held to about a 1-yard gain. The carry by Case Majin, the junior running back.
Molina was there on the stop. One of the players in there.
Third and 4, as we're nearing the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter. Roman Law is the lone receiver to the near side. His brother's looking that way initially. Now he's in trouble. Flushes left, throws it up, and that is a nice jumping, leaping catch by Roman Law. A jump ball situation, and the senior Roman Law came down with it.
That's an Eagle first down.
Yeah, looked like Grady Jackson has him here, just not able to bring him down. And he slips out and just kind of throws the jump ball. And Roman is a tall kid. I'm not sure how tall he is. He's not as tall as his brother, but he's got some good height on him. He's over 6'2", around there.
Kind of had the defender boxed out like a post-up basketball play, too.
Good move and a good catch.
False start called against the Eagles.
Walk off against the Eagles.
They overcame a penalty on this drive already earlier.
So it's 1st and 15. From the 29. Greyhounds in a 3-man defensive front this time. Law wants to throw, does so over the middle on the hook route. This is going to clear for the first down and more. It's going to get all the way down inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line, and that's an outstanding effort by Caden Strickland.
Strickland just finds an open spot there. Law sees him. And, makes a good run after the catch. Gets it to about the 6.
Quick move.
Yep. They overcome another penalty. It's 2 1st and 15s they've overcome on this drive to move the chains.
From just outside the 5. 2 receivers to either side. Law floats to the far side, pulls it down. He's running down. He's going to get snowed under. Just about right at the original line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, you see a rolling pocket trying to get him away from the pressure.
Watch the pursuit coming, though. Nice job by Caleb Hamby.
Hamby the first to him, and I thought at that point he would just kind of throw it away over the back of the end zone, but decided to keep it, not able to get anything on it, but doesn't lose anything on it.
2nd and goal. 2 receivers to either side. Law, quarterback lead run all the way, and the big, tall, rangy guy gets into the end zone for the first time tonight for the Eagles. They did some nice things on that drive.
Yeah, they sure did. A couple nice plays, overcame some penalties, hit some big passes. Law, he's such a big-bodied kid, like you said. He's hard to bring down.
And there's the PAT on its way by Daniel Shea, and it's good. And with that, the Eagles cut the deficit to 21 points at 28-7. We'll be back for the final 6 minutes of the 3rd quarter in just a moment here on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
I'm Stan Leach, Boerne ISD Athletic Director, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network. Go Greyhounds!
The Dog and Pony Grill has been committed to the Boerne community for over 10 years. And in that time, we've grown. But we've always stayed true to our roots. Just like all of y'all. Live music, great.
Eagle offense looked really comfortable on that scoring drive, and in fact overcame a couple of penalties and an impressive job of keeping his team together by their quarterback, Luke Law.
Yeah, and good adjustments at halftime. They came out, did change some things up a little bit. And first drive of the second half for the Eagles were on the board. And that drive was 7 plays, 62 yards, and it took 3:56 off the clock. And Boerne's protected against an onside kick.
Well,
there it is.
For good reason. There it is. Now,
didn't
go the required 10, I don't think.
No, it went 8.
But otherwise, pretty well executed.
Yeah,
of course, the Boerne hands team not fooled at all.
Yeah, Boerne was expecting it. They had everybody up. And they did the fake one where the one kicker runs through and he fakes it and they go the other direction, but the ball just didn't go the 10. So it was a good kick other than the distance. You know, it bounced the way you'd want an onside kick. It just didn't go the required 10 yards.
Yeah, you look at upside and downside, and here we are still relatively early in the second half, and if you don't get it, you wind up with this, and that is giving Boerne tremendous field position once again as they start this drive in Eagle territory. First down carry by Bodie Brown, and he's got 5, maybe 6 yards.
And 28-7 lead is still pretty safe as we see Brown's run right there.
Brown's a physical runner, and he took a pretty good shot from Brendan Wilson.
Nadel's hitting hard tonight.
Running play again, quickly into the secondary. That's Bodie Brown. He'll win this foot race, trust me. He breasts the tape with another Boerne Greyhound touchdown.
44 yards by Bodie. I was going to say the Greyhounds might have been maybe interested in running a few times, just kind of shortening the clock here, eating some time off, shortening the game, but you'll take 44-yard touchdown runs.
You know, and sadly for the Eagles, that's kind of what happens if you don't get that onside kick.
Yeah, you give up a short field, and the Greyhounds have shown, especially in that second quarter going forward, they can score.
PAT by Ballinger once again good. He's been perfect on the night, and the Greyhounds in general haven't made too many mistakes. They lead at 35-7, 5:11 remaining third quarter. Back in a moment on the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Superintendent Tommy Price, and you're watching the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hey, I got another one for you. And just look at the hole in this line. You could drive a truck right through there.
Kerry, that score came all of a sudden, didn't it?
Yeah, sure did. Two-play drive, 48 yards, and again, the onside kick gives the Greyhounds, if they don't convert on Salado's side, it gives the Greyhounds a short field. 2 plays, 48 yards, only took 37 seconds to answer Salado's score.
So Ballinger tees it up at the 40 on the far hash. Look at this. They kind of half squib it too, and this is going to be really up for grabs. Wild scramble at the 41-yard line. We're awaiting the signal, but yeah, Boerne's got it. And I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh a little bit. Okay, so Boerne sees that attempted onside kick, and the response is, oh yeah, watch this.
Yeah. Well, Salado's probably not expecting it. They're
exactly.
Thinking, well, they got a 4-touchdown lead. They're going to kick away, but nope.
Man, and they'll start this drive at the Eagle 42.
Well, a touchdown here by the Greyhounds. Any kind of points, it's already a 4-score game.
Yeah.
I think that was Weston Klutz, I think, that had the number 10 had the recovery on that.
That was great hustle.
Yeah, and I believe Weston's brother Brooks played here a few years ago.
Bays has gone all the way at quarterback, and he's done a nice job. And once again, that's
Brown on the carry.
First down give to Bodie Brown.
Davis Graham and Adam Benavides on the stop for the Eagles.
Gain of 5.
Gain of 5, second down, 5 to go.
Well, Greyhounds not in a hurry. It's a good chance to eat some clock, shorten this game.
Clock is their friend for sure. 2nd and 5. Play fake. Deep ball. Post route. It is caught inside the 5, and scrambling for the end zone is Brooks Perez. Textbook throw and catch, and what an effort after the catch.
Well, just when I thought they might be trying to run the ball and eat some clock, they take a shot downfield and kind of get past Salado. So two-play drives have resulted in
amazing
13 points and 14-point pending here on the kick.
Oh, this time the PAT hits the left upright. Yeah, that's one of the few things that have not gone right for the Greyhounds tonight, but still they lead this one 41-7. We'll take a short break here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Boerne ISD Director of Communications, and you're watching the Greyhounds Sports Network. Let's go Hounds!
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is
Beautifully run route by Brooks Perez, and Jackson Bays put it right on the money.
Yeah, so 2 plays, 42 yards, 35 seconds. So the Greyhounds have a 2-play, 48-yard drive and scoring 37 seconds. They do an onside kick, scoring 2 plays. So they've had 2 touchdowns in 4 plays. So
that's fairly efficient, I would say.
Yeah. Well, if you average that out for the rest of the game, it'd be
Bring
about
your calculator, yeah.
It's going to be about 120 points by the time we get out of here.
Here's the kickoff. Short and will be fair caught at about the 32-yard line by Jesse Mascunas.
Well, Salado had just scored. They tried that onside kick. They didn't get it. And it's almost kind of like they stirred the hornet's nest a little bit. And I think
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, they kind of fired up the Greyhounds here. And then Boerne says, oh, yeah, well, when we score, we're going to do an onside kick. And they recovered and scored in 2 plays.
They did. Zone read keep on the part of Law. He's a tough kid. He's taking some real pops tonight.
In good moves. He's not the quickest quarterback you'll see, but he's got some good moves. He's got good speed. And he's a big kid with that size at 6'6". Hard to bring down.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Ball at the 41-yard line. 4-man defensive front. Law floats to the far side, throws it off his back foot, has an open receiver who comes back for the ball and makes the catch into Boerne territory at the 44-yard line. They'll mark it at the 42.
Brendan Wilson with the catch.
First down, Eagles.
Law comes to the near side, throws, and a nice job of undercutting that route.
McCoy Bruce.
Yeah, watch him jump that. He's a really impressive DB. Excellent in coverage.
Yeah, like you said, he just came underneath the route. He saw the throw, got in front of the receiver, and disrupted the play.
2nd down following the incompletion. 3 receivers to the near side, 4-man defensive front. Law, quick play fake. Goes to the far side, got a man wide open and throws the ball behind him. That was a missed opportunity because Seth Rivas was wide open.
Yeah, and I think Law kind of rushed that throw. He had a little bit more time, I think. He had. You see him rolling right. He could have probably planted the feet, set his feet, and made a more accurate throw. Just not able to there that time. And yeah, big miss there because that would have been about 20, 30-yard play on that one.
Well, there would have been, yeah, at least, I agree. Because there was room for run after the catch. But as it is, it's 3rd and 10. Greyhounds show blitz, here they come. Pretty nice call countering the blitz as they run into the vacated area. And a nice gain by Case Majan.
Case Majan on the carry.
And they did blitz. They came up the middle, so they just go on the outside away from all that traffic. And that's the thing when you blitz and the ball gets past all those players, there's some open space down there.
4th and 4. Law looks near side, slant, ball comes out. And that's a nice play again by McCoy Bruce.
That's intended for Roman Law, incomplete. Number 8, McCoy Bruce on the coverage.
McCoy just, again, he just comes in, hits the receiver, disrupts the play, keeps it from catching it, and Greyhounds get the ball back here, and we'll see how they play it. I thought they would just kind of eat some clock, but they went deep and it paid off. Let's see how they play it. But it looks like we've got a couple different players in here, maybe moving players in and out.
It's Adam Hicks on the carry. and he gets upended.
Yep.
Adam Hicks on the carry.
Good job holding on. He
Yeah.
kind of went up in the air.
Adam Benavides on the stop for the Eagles. No gain, second down, 10.
Got a good crowd here for homecoming.
Yeah.
Greyhound alumni are liking what they see.
They are into it. And their band is going to play after the game.
Yeah, a lot of people stick around to watch them.
2nd and 10. That's Hicks coming near side. But all of a sudden, this defensive front for the Eagles getting pretty salty.
Rod Wilson along with Noah Romney on the stop for the Eagles.
And they may be selling out to the run, thinking the Greyhounds are going to try to run it, but
And they're probably right.
yeah, and you know, wouldn't be surprised if Boerne try to go over the top with them.
Well, it's certainly a passing down if you want to keep the football because it's 3rd and 14.
Boerne bringing guys in and out, just trying to get the right personnel in there. Now they can send somebody back in who just left the field, and they have to burn a timeout. They just had too many guys in and out.
He'll take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. All right, so I don't want to, jump the gun here at all because we still have more than a quarter to play. But you would think right now, given this margin, that Boerne is going to reach the midway point in the regular season at 5-0.
Yeah, and like I said, I was talking to Coach Hendricks earlier in the week. I said, when's the last time a Boerne team went 5-0? And he wasn't really sure. It hasn't been in his time here, and this is his 5th year here. So I looked it up in the archives of the Boerne Star, and it was 2017. And that was before he came here. The Coach Dormady, that was his last year here. And so they went 7-0. They started the year 7-0 that year, and then they had a couple losses in district.
This year's team is most impressive, and this is their final non-district game. They'll open up district play 2 weeks from tonight right here against Uvalde.
And what a great game to go into the bye. You're going to feel good about how everything's gone tonight. You're going to feel good about the win. You're going to feel good about going 5-0. You're going to feel good about a homecoming win. So you're going to sleep well over the next couple of weeks.
3rd and 14 as we go back to play. Bays throws near side. Ball is deflected, pops up into the air. They're lucky that was not picked off. Caleb Cloutier, the intended receiver.
Anytime the ball pops up like that, the old tip drill. Remember those drills from high school where somebody would pop it up in the air and you have to go chase it, try to intercept it.
Well, and the Greyhound defense has gotten an interception on a tip drill play tonight.
Yep.
Punted away on 4th down. Punts away. And a fair catch called and made at the 36-yard line by Drew Bird.
Drew Bird calls for the fair catch. First down, Eagles, their own 37-yard line.
Okay, so we mentioned the fact that this is the final non-district game for the Greyhounds, but as far as overall team results so far this year, look at that. Boerne and Somerset sitting there unblemished with Uvalde at 3-1.
Yeah, look at Uvalde, 3-1. Fredericksburg struggled a little bit, 1-3. You got the 2 Edgewood schools, Kennedy and Memorial in there. And they host, I know they play Fredericksburg the last game of the year here in the regular season, so that's going to be interesting.
Eagles start this drive from their 38. And the ball is going to be intercepted. We were just talking about tip drill plays. Pretty good hand-eye coordination there. What a play is made by Kane Wolf.
Owen Wolf. Well, extend the ball just gets bobbled. Yeah, a couple, 2-3 times.
Look at the concentration. Wolf. Nice play.
I wonder if that was going to be because I saw the 4. I didn't know if that was 14. And Hendricks would have had his 4th. Houston would have had his 4th turnover of the game. That'd be something. That'd be defensive player of the week in 4A in the state if you
unanimous. Yes, it would be. From the 49, here comes the Greyhound offense yet again. First down running play to Bodie Brown. He gets into Eagle territory at the 49.
But I tell you, Houston, I think, still going to be considered 3 turnovers in the game. That's pretty good.
I mentioned this before, but his field awareness is just astounding.
Yep, and he's a guy, he'll play a lot of defense, but he put him in on offense just to use his athletic ability. And he originally committed to a school in Louisiana, and I heard he changed his mind and was talking to Air Force.
That's a big change of mind. Bodie Brown gets airborne and gets about a yard to show for it.
That's happened twice to Boerne runners
yes.
in this quarter, where they just kind of go high in the air.
Well, that will likely be the final play of the third quarter as we're down to 8 seconds, and that is the case. We've played 3, and Boerne on homecoming night leads this one 41-7. Back with quarter number 4 in just a moment here on the Greyhound Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brian Benway, Boerne ISD Director of Communications, and you're watching the Greyhounds Sports Network. Let's go Hounds!
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
So as we reach the midpoint in the Texas high school football regular season, things really coming up roses for the Boerne Greyhounds. They're about to be 5-0. They lead this one 41-7 as we begin the final quarter. 3rd and 7 here. Bodie Brown is going to get stuck behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, that was a pretty good pop applied there. And
by number 58, Kayvon Wilson.
I do want to give credit to this young man. Kayvon Wilson made just a heck of a play there.
Yep, good job getting in the gaps and filling up the hole and giving Brown nowhere to run.
Houston Hendricks to punt it away for the Hounds.
Houston Hendricks is the punter for the Greyhounds. Really good snap. Ball's away. An end-over-end punt that's going to hit behind the return man and is going to get into the end zone for a touchback, and that's kind of a break for Salado there.
Because that ball stopped 1 yard into the end zone.
Yeah.
First down, Eagles.
It holds up. That's a 99-yard drive they're going to have to put together.
I want to remind you once again, Greyhound fans, that following tonight's game.
All right, so who's going to play who coming up? So here's the remaining regular season schedule for the Greyhounds. As we mentioned, they're off next week. Bye couldn't come at a better time than they open district play against Uvalde, and then kind of analyze the rest of that for me, Kerry.
Yeah, they're on the road for a few there, and they're in San Antonio for a couple as we see the handoff there, but there are a couple games in San Antonio where they're at.
Looks like we've got a new quarterback in the game for Salado, Bryden Masser, a junior.
Bryden Masser on the carry.
Second and 7. Masser gives the ball off. That's Kai Hayes on the carry.
Kai Hayes on the carry.
3rd and 6.
Peyton Randall on the stop for the Hounds. It's 3rd down.
And I think, let's see what Salado does here, but, you know, you take your starting quarterback out. I think you're just trying to get out of here now.
That appears to be the case. Masser gets the ball off. And that's not going to work out for him either. 4th down.
Houston Hendricks providing the coverage for the Hounds. 4th down, Eagles.
We'll
Greyhounds
see.
don't even have a return man back.
Yeah, and we'll see when the Greyhounds come out if they do punt.
Oh, watch this. Snap rolling around on the ground.
Uh-oh.
They get a punt off, but it's just off the tip of his shoe and just kind of rolls forward for a few yards. And right now, the Eagles just can't buy a break.
I think it's going to be a negative 5-yard punt. Well, I'm interested to see if how long the starters stay in. I think we're going to see some of the guys come in off that hadn't played a whole lot this year. Bays will stay in at quarterback, but we'll see who they put in there.
Looks like Houston Hendricks, maybe. No, okay. No, Bays is still in. First down carry by Chance Gentry.
On the carry.
His brother Cole was in the homecoming
Will Romney on the stop for the Eagles.
court, one of the many athletes on the homecoming court.
That carry lost a couple. 2nd and 12 from the 25.
And Bernie's just going to let the play clock get down real low.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing this thing look like called a huddle. They used to call them huddles.
I remember that. Gentry, the running back, standing to the left of Jackson Bays. Play fake, deep ball, near side. Almost kind of a back shoulder effort. They don't get it to go. It was intended for Javi Benavides.
Flags coming out on that play.
Darius Wilson providing the coverage for the Eagles.
So Bernie was penalized there.
Against the Greyhounds.
They'll move the ball back to the 35.
Eagles are going to take the penalty.
Running play off left guard. And that's Gentry.
Chance Gentry on the carry. Adam Benavides on the stop for the Eagles. 3rd down long for the Hounds.
Good tackle there. Good shoestring tackle. Knock him off his feet, knock his balance off a little bit.
Almost a little trouble on the exchange between Bays and Gentry.
Timeout Bernie.
Play clock got down to 0. Greyhounds don't want to back up anymore, so they burn a timeout there.
And we'll keep it right here. So Salado is going to close out non-district play a week from tomorrow against Hitchcock. And again, there's no reason for them to get down on their season. I think all of their goals that they have are still achievable and still in front of them.
Yeah, and really, obviously you want to win in non-district, but the main goal in non-district is to get better. And have they gotten better? I think playing a team like Boerne, gets you better. And, it's what you do once district starts that determines. You can be 5-0 and then lose every district game, and you're not going anywhere, even though you had a 5-0 start. So it's what you do once you get into the league play that matters. So
we want to thank both head coaches, Shea Hendricks at Boerne and Tom Westerberg at Salado, for all of their cooperation. They were so wonderful in providing us with information, and it is greatly appreciated. 3rd and 20. Bays sets the screen near side. Gentry can't hold on, and it'll be 4th down.
Pass intended for Chance Gentry, incomplete. 4th down Greyhounds.
I think in a competitive game, you would probably go for it here, but at this point, game's the lead. It's a comfortable lead, so.
Yeah, and you're in position to pin them.
Yeah, put them back, make them go the length of the field, something they struggled with tonight. But Salado's not, whoa.
But you don't want that as the snap sails over the head of the punter Hendricks.
Well, and one thing Coach Hendricks is saying, I've got stuff to coach over this break.
Yep.
We're not going to just kind of rest on our laurels. We're gonna do stuff, and I wondered if Houston would try to pick that up. He does the right thing. He just falls on it and doesn't risk getting hit and then a scoop and score.
Absolutely the right decision. Ball marked ready for play. Running play on first down. And the give is to Kai Hayes.
Kai Hayes on the carry.
Gain of 1.
On the stop.
And we've got 8 minutes left. That's Hayes trying to turn the corner on the far side, and he gets absolutely drilled. That was a nice shot by a couple of guys, including Javi Benavides.
I think Charlie Stahl was out there as well, 31.
Yeah, we saw Charlie Stahl at halftime too, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Involved in that homecoming thing. Gain of only a yard, 3rd and 8. Design running play all the way. That's Masser on the carry, and he's knocked out of bounds by Benavides.
On the carry. Forced out of bounds by number 12, Javier Benavides.
Yep, Benavides. That might have been Martinez on that last play, but this one's Martinez.
Yeah, Benavides.
Benavides on this one there.
Fourth and 4. Masser throws deep, near side. It's a contested pass. We do have a flag, and we're probably going to have a pass interference call. That pass was intended. Well, once again, we have a young man whose jersey number is not listed, and it's a shame because that was a good effort. And I always want to give these kids credit.
They're backing it up, so it might be on.
They're going to call it offensive interference. Yep. They sure are. Let's take a look.
You know, just kind of a jump ball here, and yeah.
I really don't think I saw anything I took exception with either way.
Yeah, and especially this late in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you got to enforce rules, but would he go in there on the coverage? But no, fourth quarter, 6 minutes to go, and kind of a blowout. So it's going to back him up.
Yes, it is. So now it's 4th and really long from the 49-yard line. And we've got a timeout on the field.
Okay, take a look here. You know, these pearly whites, they're just not right. So you got this guy here, and boom, you move it over here.
Boerne Greyhounds. They're one of the few, as you see some of the facts about the Greyhounds there. They sleep almost 18 hours a day, so I think I might be part Greyhound. They can run at 45 miles an hour, which I know I can't. I can drive 45, but I cannot run 45.
And you know, if you've ever hung around them, they're really sweet dogs.
They're kind of shy.
They are, yeah.
They're real shy, but yeah, sweet. Sweet demeanors.
Yeah.
And
not that this football team is sweet,
yeah,
mind you.
Very
That's not what I'm saying.
Very fast, obviously, but as far as I know, they're the only Greyhound. Other team that I know is, I think, San Benito is the Greyhounds, or somebody in the Valley is a Greyhound. That's the only other team I know of in Texas that's a Greyhound.
It's a cool name because of the speed factor. And this punt is going to be killed right at the 20-yard line.
Caden Strickland's punt down at the 20-yard line. First down, Greyhounds.
Now, you've dealt with Coach Hendricks before for a long time. What is his approach to this open week going to be?
They're going to give him some time away. You know, they're going to usually they have to come in on Saturday and watch film and treatment, and sometimes they do some Zoom stuff that they have to do. They get to do it from home sometimes, but they're going to give him a long weekend. Maybe give him Monday off as well. You know, stretch that, because at this point, you're never going to be those little nagging injuries. Those aren't going to get better till the season ends.
No, those are yours now for sure.
For the rest of the season. So they're going to, as we see the handoff here to Gentry, they're just going to let them kind of heal up a little bit, and then they'll have a light week, and then next week, and the bye came at a great time for these guys. In non-district, and you get 2 weeks to prepare for your district opener, and so they got to like where they're sitting. They got to feel good about where they're at through non-district, where they're at as a team, and their record, and a lot of things you got to feel good about. And you're going to have some time just to kind of heal up a little bit and get ready for the stretch run.
Well, they've earned it. That's Carson Coughlin trying to get to the far side.
Hit first by number 33, Adam Benavides.
Pickup of only one on the play.
And these great Greyhounds feel they can do some special things this year.
They have every right and reason to feel that way. Nice surge by the offensive line.
Gentry on the carry.
And Gentry does a good job of just tucking in behind that blocking.
Yeah, and just kind of moving the pile forward there. You can see him kind of gets caught up in that pile, just kind of moves it forward. We're going to go for it on fourth down, try to get a first down and eat some more clock.
We've got motion before the snap. It's going to be a procedure penalty against the Greyhounds.
Yeah, now they're going to punt.
And the punter, Houston Hendricks, will be standing back inside his 10-yard line.
Number 14, Houston Hendricks back deep to punt it away.
Long drive home for the Eagles. It's going to be their third straight loss, but they're a very good team. And like I said, once the district comes around, they're going to be a force in that district.
I completely agree. And that's District 11 for a Division II. Fair catch made at the 44. And we'll play it out for the next 3 minutes and 32 seconds.
We're going to take some time to shout out the big heavies. That's starting O-line for the Hounds tonight. Number 51, Carson Williams.
And really both teams just,
Jacob McLaughlin.
I think at this point,
Number 65, Logan
started the
Strong.
fourth quarter really, just
Number
trying to get out of
70,
here.
Sam Waters. And number 71, Riley Mackerel.
Get out of here unscathed.
Listen to the PA announcer here at Boerne Stadium giving some love to that Greyhound offensive line.
Yeah, Jason, we know Jason. He hangs out in our booth at halftime because they kick him out of the PA booth next to us.
He just likes to hang with us.
Well, the visiting band occupies the PA. Key Hayes on the run there and gets about 5 there, but yeah, so he has nowhere to go, so he comes to bother us instead. But we like Jason.
We do.
And
We like him a great deal.
And he said that he's not going to do a PA anymore. He told us that. He says after 20 years, I'm going to do.
I hope you didn't just give away a state secret or something like that.
He's fine. He told athletic
No, he
director
did.
Stan Leach and said he'd been doing it for 20 years. It's time for him to do something else.
Hayes on the carry.
Nothing doing on the carry by Hayes.
Javier Martinez in on the stop for the Hounds. 3rd down, Eagles.
I think they're going to stop the game and announce that Jason. No, they're not. Better check the wire stories for news.
You may have just broken a scoop there, man.
There you go.
3rd
Look
down.
out.
Nicely designed play. That's James Rennick on the reception for the Eagles.
Pass complete to number 28, James Rennick. Number 31, Charlie Stahl on the stop for the Hounds. 4th down, Eagles.
Charlie Stahl, we've called his name a couple times tonight. Made a lot of tackles.
Well, I recall in the game, the second week of the season that you and I did together against Pleasanton, he really stood out in that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Having a good game. Uh-oh.
Yeah, ball's loose. We've seen a lot of that.
Greyhounds got it.
Yeah.
Looks like. Well, there's a little scrum going on, but
just more frustration for the Eagles.
Fumble recovered by number 33, Trendon McCarter. Greyhound fans, I want to give a special shout out. Would you show some love to my spotter tonight, Mr. Casey Wells?
you see McCarter comes in right there. Look, you're going to just pull the ball out right there.
Yeah, right.
He just reached around the guy and pulled the ball. He came in late and just grabbed the ball away from everybody.
No, that's mine.
Oh, don't be shy.
Winning never gets old. And the Greyhounds will take a knee. They'll have to do it at least one more time.
Well, I'm assuming you're going to stick around and watch the band play, Paul. So,
well, for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
One, because I like the band, and I like the Boerne band a lot. But two, because everybody else is sticking around, so I probably couldn't get out of here anyway. So, not that I want to. It's a very good band.
they have all their competition stuff coming up.
Yeah, they do.
Pretty soon, so they use this time to perform. You know, the big thing before a live crowd, a big crowd, it kind of gets you used to that stadium feel where they compete. And they've done well. Chargers and Greyhound bands have done well historically in these competitions.
Bays takes a knee, and that will almost certainly do it. And we'll see the congratulations sportsmanship line coming up. But never a doubt about this one as Boerne defeats Salado by a score of 41-7. And with that, Boerne wraps up non-district play with a perfect record of 5-0. How did you see this one, Kerry?
I didn't think the fourth quarter would turn into, let's just kind of run the ball and get out of here. I thought it'd be a little bit more competitive, but Boerne just that second quarter, they got stopped a couple times in that first quarter. But in that second quarter, they scored 3 touchdowns at just 28-7. That's kind of blew it out of the water there. And then Salado does good third quarter. They score in that opening drive, but after that, just really couldn't get much going. And I think that's just a testament to the Greyhounds and the way the Greyhounds play. And Boerne made a lot of turnovers tonight. They able to force Salado into committing a lot of turnovers. They came up with some balls, and so just a good game. It's a homecoming win. It's before the home crowd. The alumni get to see a big win, and Greyhounds got to feel good about where they're at as a team and as a program as they go into the bye week.
Carrie, always a pleasure working with you, and I look forward to the game we're doing together 2 weeks from tonight against Uvalde as we open district play. That will be a big one. So we're wishing safe travels for everyone, and best wishes for our friends in Salado. It's a good football team. They still have a lot of football to play. We thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait till next time. So for my friend and partner, Carrie Barbosa, my name is Paul Alexander, wishing you good evening from Boerne.